training. So stair training, in the order for your competency, it will be the last skill that is assessed. Okay, so first you'll have your transfer, then you'll have your assisted device fitting, then you'll have gait training, and then last you'll have stair training. Okay? Any questions there? I need a gate belt.
I got it.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it was on the chair.
You did D2. You won't. No.
You did right.
Oh, yeah,
Oh, you're right.
he's right.
Something.
He's on one today.
Wow.
He's like,
He's like,
And that's it. You want to always make sure that the patient has their, like previously discussed, you can have a stool with a call bell for the patient. Thank you, Amy, for the patient. Right? Okay, awesome. Eric, actually, let's do Amy. Amy, let's continue.
just broke his part
Sorry,
again.
Eric.
Crushed it.
Again, we haven't finished the packet.
I know, but I got my heart broken
Stair
again
training
yesterday.
lab.
Determine the patient's involved and uninvolved sides based upon the case as well as the weight bearing status and assist level. If it is not clear from the case, what do you do? Set up treatment area, gather all of your supplies such as the AE and the call bell.
Okay, just pause here for one moment. So the assisted device, you must have two assisted devices, one for yourself and one for the patient. If you haven't written that down already, write that down. You should be gathering both of your assisted devices that you'll be using during your setup period. And I would recommend that during your setup period, you're also fitting the device for yourself. So that way, when you're with the patient, you're not figuring out your own measurements. Your device is ready to go for the entire treatment. And that should be done during your setup period, right? So that's something that we should be writing down to remember to do. Okay. So I'll be communicating the level of assistance. I'll be communicating, I'll have here the walker for the patient. I'll have the walker for myself. Okay. Right? Before I move the patient, before I take off their leg rest, before I do anything, I want to communicate the patient the procedure that we're about to do. Okay, I want to communicate the level of assistance, right? The level of assistance is already communicated with them during transfer. It's communicated during sit to stand, right, for the assisted devices. It's communicated with them for gait training, and then once again, you must communicate their level of assistance before stair training, okay? What else should you be communicating? Level of assistance and what else? Explaining the procedure, okay, but level of assistance and what else should I be communicating with my patient? Weight bearing status, very good. So reiterating once again, remember you are partial weight bearing for your, let's say, for your right or for your left lower extremity, right? So remember, if my patient was partial weight bearing, then that means before doing the assisted devices, we have gone into the parallel bars, we have determined what is the appropriate weight for them, we have gone to fit them for the assisted device, we have done gait training, so they already know what it feels like, right? But I continue to reiterate, remember, you're only supposed to put 50% of your weight. That what it felt like when we were gait training, that's exactly what you should maintain while stair training as well, okay? Yes, Emily.
Just to be sure, for partial weight bearing, it's from 10% of your body weight to 50.
It could be anything. It could be any percentage, right? Full weight bearing is 100% of your weight, right? So partial weight bearing, can be 60%, it could
But
be
what-
40%.
When will you treat partial weight bearing as non-weight bearing?
At the beginning.
When you
of the-
don't know, when you don't know how much weight the patient can tolerate yet, or how it feels like, right? So when would you treat them as non-weight bearing? When you're transferring them, right? Because you don't know how much weight they can put on their lower extremity. So you need to treat the patient as a non-weight bearing. Then after they've been transferred, then you can wheel them over to the parallel bars and then start your procedure from there for the partial weight bearing.
Thank you.
Clear?
Did it make sense?
I said the same thing.
Okay, awesome. Alrighty, so Amy,
Yes.
so we're at level of assistance, I've communicated level of assistance, my patient is partial weight bearing. Hello Claudia, I'll be working with you today. We're going to be going up and down the steps with your rolling walker. You are going to help me halfway, right? You did great last time, you met me halfway, and I want you to do a little bit more this time, okay? Remember that you can only put 50% of your body weight on your left leg, okay? So make sure that when we are going up and down the steps, you are maintaining and you're keeping only that weight that you felt when we were walking, okay? Do you understand?
Yep.
Okay.
So now, give rationale for the procedure.
Alright.
Example, what we just did. I'll teach you stair training, which will allow you to walk up the stairs using your rolling walker. This will allow you to walk up to your bedroom when you go home. And you explain the procedure to the patient in layman's terms, explain the patient's level of assistance, which you did, weight bearing status, and ask for the patient's consent before treatment.
Okay.
Example, today I will help you go up the stairs, yesterday you did half of the work, and
Okay, we can skip the example just for time. And then the next,
therefore using his or her own assistive device demonstrates the correct gait pattern and weight bearing status on the stairs. You explain the patient's weight bearing status, if the patient's on weight bearing, remember the patient's involved, lower extremity should never touch the floor. And if partial weight bearing, educate the patient on how much weight to put through the involved lower extremity.
okay. So here I have two assistive devices. I have my own and I have the patient's, okay? When I'm demonstrating, I will demonstrate on my own, okay? So I'll explain to the patient, Claudia, we're going to, when we stand up, we're just going to take a couple steps like you practice, okay? We're just going to take a couple steps towards when we get to the front of the stairs here, okay? Once we're in front of the stairs, I'm going to ask you, and maybe I should position myself where they can see me, right? I'm going to ask you to put your hands on the railing, okay? And I will be taking your walker and closing it for you, okay? Do you understand? Okay, so once I take the walker and close it for you, you need to maintain both hands on the handrail until I give you your walker, okay? All right, so I'll be giving you your walker on this side. Yes.
Let's say you have the patient there, they have their call bell, can I demonstrate on that side so they have a better view of it?
No.
You're too far.
You're too far. The patient can't see what's happening over there in those steps. They need to be able to see.
I think you can move it.
Do you see me? Yeah, you can see
Can
me.
I move them, like, close to your lateral, or they have to be there?
You can move them wherever you feel is best. Okay, make the treatment area your own. Just make sure that you're safe, right? When you're turning towards the stronger side, and you want to think about that, and maybe you don't want to complicate yourself so much that it's maybe you just want to stand them up, take a couple steps towards the stairs, and then have them stand in front of the stairs while you fix or while you adjust their assistive device. Good question. Leo, you had a question?
So, do we have to maintain the same assisted device for the gait training and for the stairs? We can change the assisted device.
Same assistive device, yeah.
And at this point, you're also advising the family, right?
Yes, very good, Emilio. So at this point, you can, as simply as letting the family know that you are going to show gait training, right? Show them how to go up and down the stairs so they can do the same when they're home, right? As simple as that, acknowledging the family, making sure that they're watching while you perform stair training, okay? Right, very good. Okay, awesome. So this is the point where I'll tell my patient what's going to happen, right? We're going to come up to the stairs. You're going to have your device next to you. I will be on your right side, okay? And what I want you to do is you're going to put the assisted device first, your rolling walker first, right? Then you'll lead with your uninvolved and then involved, okay? Do you understand?
Yep.
First, you're going to put the rolling walker, okay? You wanna make sure it's stable, right, in both before taking a step. Then you'll put your, in this case,
Is involved.
yeah, sorry, this would be my involved, sorry.
Yeah.
So first would be your uninvolved and then your involved.
Involved first or no?
What does your
the
manual
one-
say?
Wait, which ones?
Uninvolved.
Which ones?
What does your manual say?
Which ones are involved?
If there's
The
crutches.
right side is her involved side,
Uninvolved
If using
first?
crutches, it's uninvolved.
okay?
That's
So
one.
I'm going to go again nice and slow, alright? I'm using, it's different for crutches, okay? I'm using first the rolling walker, okay? When my patient starts, first is the assisted device. In Claudia's case, okay, her left side is the involved side. Therefore, the right side, which is the uninvolved side, goes up first and then the involved side.
I can read that.
Okay? Yes, Amy, please read it.
So for the stairs, ascending the stairs, up with the good, up with the uninvolved / unaffected. Therapist stands behind and one step below the patient using a staggered stance, holding the gate while posteriorly with the other hand guarding interiorly of the trunk. The gate pattern, assisted device, uninvolved, and then involved. If using crutches, uninvolved, involved, and then crutches.
Okay, so we're here with rolling walker. Remember, we go up with the good, down with the bad. Okay? So I'm going to go again. Up with the good, down with the bad. Assisted device, up with the good, which in Claudia's case is her right side. Okay? Up with the good. Okay? And then her involved side, which is her left side. Assisted device, making sure it's secure. Up with the good, which would be her
Right
right
side.
side, then her left. Up with the good, right side, then left. Okay? Once on a level surface, okay? Once on a level surface, we maintain the same gait pattern as we normally would. Okay? Assisted device, left, then right. Assisted device, left, which is her involved, then her uninvolved, right? Here is where the patient will need to switch from one handrail to the next handrail, okay, before taking any steps. Assisted device, involved, uninvolved. Assisted device, involved, uninvolved, because I'm in a level surface. Assisted device, involved, uninvolved. Okay? Now, when going down, and this is all explanation that I'm giving Claudia, but for everyone as well.
Okay.
When we are going to go down, I want you to try to clear as much of this step as you can, right? So if you need to take another step, we can do that. So you're going to do uninvolved first, then involved. Okay. Now when we go down, okay, Amy, can you please read how we're going to go down? We're gonna first go with the up with the good and down with the bad, right? So in Claudia's case is her left side. Amy, how do we descend?
Assisted device, involved, and uninvolved.
Assisted device, involved, which in Claudia's case would be her left, uninvolved. Assisted device, involved, uninvolved. Assisted device, involved, uninvolved. Okay, Claudia, so once we're back here, okay, I'm going to ask you to again hold on to the rating, and I am going to help you open the device right in front of you, and we're just going to walk back and sit in our chair. Do you have any questions? No questions? Okay.
Does it matter where you give the patient the assisted device when they're going up and down the stairs? Like
What do you mean?
Which side?
Yes, it goes on their stronger side. This is the device always on the stronger.
I don't know if we already cleared this up, but for the patient, do you say involved and uninvolved, or hurt one,
You're
Good, you're bad.
strong and weak?
There has been a debate about that, whether you should say that the patient's leg is bad, whether you should say that the patient's leg is good. There's been debate whether you should say stronger or weaker, because then that's putting like a negative connotation, right, on the extremity, right? So you can use what I prefer is I just say right or left, right? First with your left, then with your right, stuff like that. First, how would you say, Dr. Ekbo? Can they say stronger and weaker?
You could.
I couldn't say good or bad.
Yes, yes, yes.
So, but never.
We do still get away with the stronger and weaker, but it's again just the psychological component for the patient. If you think about literally how much they've been through with the surgery, all the new changes, now you're telling them that they have a good leg and they have a bad leg, and they refer to their body part as that, right?
Yeah,
Now you're telling them that they have a weak leg and a strong leg, and they refer to that as that. So it's kind of like whatever you attribute it to, the patient will raise to that. So I like better I like better left leg, right leg, because it's equal, right? It's an equal.
It's a direction.
It's a direction, and you're not giving it.
Any connotation.
How do you say that? Yeah.
Why don't you just say?
You're not having the patient to have like a self-defeated mindset.
Yeah.
These days it's really a lot of psychology as well when you're working with your patient. You're the counselor too, as well as their physical healer. So I would find words. You find what words work well, but stay positive. Just don't call it good and bad. And if you call it injured, okay.
And surgical side?
Surgical side. I like surgical side better.
It's more of a statement rather than a good or bad,
Exactly.
strong and weak.
Okay. Oh, well,
But they don't
mention
define
that.
Yeah.
So
I like I
It's my
like your
preference.
experience as the one that's a surgical
That's what
side
we use in
or
the
surgery
clinic.
side. Yeah.
When I do left or right, just a little tip that I have used and what has helped me is that when I say left or right, I usually catch myself, right? Because I've read my case. I know which side is injured. I've said it so many times during the treatment. So if I know that they're supposed to be going up with their involved limb, right? And I'm saying left, I catch myself and I say, well, wait, no, my case says right? And so that's a way to check yourself because you know you're doing it right. Okay?
Could we also like tap, as you say it, like you say like your right leg,
Tap on them.
Tap their injured leg that hurts that they just had
not
surgery.
tap,
Yours,
like
yours.
be like, oh,
For your,
like your right
student
leg.
Actually no, because you'll have your hands on them, right? So you'll have your hands at the points of control.
So you can tap yours.
Like you're sitting down. Or point.
Sure. Yes, we can see how that works out.
You'll have to practice
Because
it.
there's people like, I know
You'll
for
have to
me,
practice
if
it.
you, they would, I don't know, it was easier when they pointed because I would forget. But if I remember they pointed at this leg, I would be like, yes, this. Even though I knew which one was, you know what I'm saying?
I get you.
Yeah, we can see how it works out in practice.
Okay, alrighty. So now that I've demoed, anything